hidden libraries of forbidden knowledge, lost ancient archives they didn't want you to see. We're told that history survives in books. That knowledge is preserved, cataloged, protected, but beneath the sands of Egypt, inside sealed chambers in Vatican City, and under monastery floors in Timbuktu, entire libraries once existed that were never meant for ordinary eyes. Rooms without windows, shelves without catalogs, texts copied in secret. If knowledge is power, who decided what we were allowed to know? For centuries, we've been taught that the ancient world was fragile, that most early texts simply vanished to time, burned in wars, lost to decay, erased by accident. The most famous example? The destruction of the legendary Library of Alexandria. A tragic loss, historians say, an unfortunate casualty of empire and fire. Case closed. But there was a problem with this theory. Fragments of works believed destroyed in Alexandria began appearing elsewhere, quoted by medieval scholars who claimed access to restricted collections. In private letters, certain Renaissance thinkers hinted at manuscripts too dangerous to circulate. Historians ignored this for decades, until archival inventories surfaced listing texts that officially did not exist. So where were they kept? First, consider the so-called secret archives of Vatican Apostolic Archive. For centuries, access was forbidden to all but a handful of approved scholars. The official explanation? Sensitive church correspondence, diplomatic records, nothing more. But when limited sections were opened in the 19th century, researchers found banned cosmologies, suppressed gospels, and trial transcripts from heresy cases describing books confiscated, then quietly stored instead of destroyed. Why preserve what you condemn and what remains unopened? But the strangest inventory entry was yet to come. In West Africa, the desert city of Timbuktu was long dismissed as a myth by European explorers. When they finally arrived in the 19th century, they found something unexpected. Hundreds of thousands of manuscripts hidden in mud brick homes, astronomy charts, advanced mathematics, medical treatises. Mainstream history had painted sub-Saharan Africa as intellectually isolated during the Middle Ages. But these texts proved scholarly networks stretched across the Sahara. Entire families had risked execution to hide them from invading armies. If so much survived in private homes, what had already been removed? And who decided these works were unimportant? But the final discovery challenges everything. In 1945, near Nag Hammadi, farmers uncovered a sealed jar containing ancient codices now known as the Nag Hammadi Library. Gospels excluded from the Bible, philosophies erased from doctrine, ideas that portrayed early Christianity not as unified, but fractured, contested, alive. These texts were buried deliberately, hidden from authorities, protected for centuries beneath the earth. Someone feared them. So why were these libraries silenced? War, yes. Conquest, certainly. But also control. Empires, religious and political, survive on agreed narratives. A single contradictory manuscript can destabilize centuries of authority. It's easier to burn a book than debate it. Easier to seal an archive than admit uncertainty. And when knowledge vanishes, power consolidates. Today, we walk through museums believing we see the past. But what if we're only seeing the approved fragments? What if entire worldviews remain locked in vaults, misfiled, untranslated? The ruins whisper that history is not just what survived, it's also what was hidden. So here's the question that lingers in the dark. How many lost libraries were never destroyed at all, only sealed? If you believe the past still has secrets buried beneath it, subscribe. Because some civilizations didn't fall, they were silenced.